Welcome to Troy's Outdoor Pursuits and Projects. It's no secret that crossing a fence holding a firearm requires an extra bit of caution. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's no different crossing a fence with an air gun. A couple weeks ago, I was shooting ground squirrels on my property, and I went to step over a wire gate that my wife's been complaining about my not replacing with a regular gate for about 25 years now. And I just happened to be carrying a boat anchor in the other hand. Don't ask why. And needless to say, I took a really hard fall, bruised up the inside of my leg, worse than I've ever been bruised in my life. And I broke the hinge latch on my air gun. Well, a couple days ago, I welded up the hinge latch and shaped it with a file, and it works better than it ever has, even from the factory. I'm really happy with it. So I went ahead, put it back together, and went squirrel hunting. Well, I obviously missed the first couple shots at the first squirrel I shot at. Oh, obviously the scope was out of whack, so I took a shot at a rock in the dust about 30 yards away, and my 22 caliber AEA pre-charged pneumatic air gun was shooting about 2.5 feet to the left. So I obviously had a scope problem. The scope is a 15-year-old, fairly inexpensive scope. It's got really good glass. I've been really happy with it as long as I've had it. Works perfectly on this air gun, and it obviously, after taking a close look at it, the tube's bent. So I'm hoping you can see this here, but I'm going to put it on a set of V-blocks and put my white shirt behind it and rotate it, and you can see she's definitely out of whack. Okay, hopefully you can see this all right, but let's run it up to the top here. And at the outer bell, as I turn it, we go 100 thousandths, 200 thousandths, just over 225 thousandths. That's a 1/4 of an inch out of whack. So I need to bend this thing down about 1/8 of an inch. And I'll find the high spot here and then mark it. So I have a reference point. So from here, I'm going to make myself a jig and try to bend this thing back. It'll be my first attempt at ever straightening a bent rifle scope tube. I hope it works for my sake and yours too. So let's go figure something out in the shop. Piece of rubber. Fits perfect. Change of plan. I'll be using this angle iron instead of this block of wood. Well, this is what I got. Let's see it. We'll take it in the garage and see if it works. Okay, we're back in the garage here, and we're going to give this thing a try. This is just a bending jig. Nothing special, really. There's a lot of different ways a bending jig like this could have been built. I could have built it out of steel. I could have built it out of wood if I had the right pieces. Frankly, you could use a rifle as the same jig. It might actually work better because you could just clamp your mounts to the rifle. But I didn't have a set of rings that would fit on a rifle that I wanted to clamp a scope onto. I put this mount. There's a little bulge on the bottom side of the tube here, and I put this scope mount just on this side of that little bulge because, well, I'm hoping it'll kind of smash it back into the place. And frankly, there's a line there that looks like it could be a fracture or the very start of the fracture, and I'd like to show it to you, but it's just really super fine. I've shot scopes with bent tubes before, but not this bent. Strong enough. I just don't know how straight we're going to get the scope, or if we're going to ruin it in the process. Very possible that bending the scope like this, even if I get it straight or straight enough, and I don't expect to get this completely straight, but even if I get it straight enough, it's still possible to screw up the optics or the optic alignment. There's all kinds of things that could go wrong. And, you know, this is an inexpensive scope, but like I said, I really like it. It's a good scope. It's kind of heavy, but on my little AEA 22 carbine air rifle, it's just fine. All right, we're getting close to the moment of truth here. All right. Zero it, get it zeroed. That seems pretty good. Son-in-laws are good for something. Thank you, Justin. Alright, looks like we got on about 50 thousandths. I should have put the dial indicator on your side so you can see what's going on here. But I'm at 100 thousandths. Alright, that's a little more than 150 thousandths. And it does not appear that it actually bent that much, if it bent at all. Ooh. That's quite a bit better. That's quite a bit better. It isn't substantially better, but that's better than it was. Okay, I'm gonna go put it in here again, and now I'm gonna go to, I guess we'll go to 300 thousandths. Oh, perfect. Thank you, dear. Can you believe that? Smashed potato chips in a sandwich. Perfect.
Your leftover one equals.
All right. There's probably a shop somewhere in the world that does this professionally and does a really nice job and has a really nice jig. But that shop's not me. Ooh. Still just a tiny bit high. I can do better than this. What'd be cool to have is to have a little hydraulic press with a pressure gauge. That would be the way to do it. I spot's still in the same spot, but I'm only off about 20 thousandths. I'm going to clamp it one more time and see if I can't break the scope. Just kidding, of course. I'm liking that. All right, let me take a look at this myself and then I'll show you guys what. I'll take it so you can see what I got going on here. I don't know, it's 3 or 4 thousandths off. I could check it at the far bell end, see how much difference that makes. I'm sure it'll be different. Okay, so I'm about 6 thousandths off. Oh, no, I'm sorry. About 10 thousandths off. 12 thousandths. That's not bad. Okay. So I'm going to call that good enough for an air gun. I'm hoping it'll work. I'm going to stick it back on the gun and get it sighted in and show you if it works. So let's do that. Gotta love albacore tuna. From the jar, not the can. Give it a little air. We'll go try it out. Okay, I'm ready to test it. Got the target set up. I gotta admit, I took a shot into the dirt at about 30 yards again, and I hit pretty close, so I'm pretty confident it's gonna work. Right there's the anchor that I had in my other hand when I tripped over this fence. Pretty stupid. Anyway, got the setup here. I'm going to shoot it 20 yards first. Okay, not the most comfortable shooting setup. I'm shooting pellets that are actually seconds at 20 yards. I'm sure I'll have to make adjustments, but we'll see how it does. It's pretty windy. Actually, it's very windy. I don't expect any good accuracy downrange, but we'll do some close shooting here and see if we can get it zeroed in. Yes, on the paper. An inch to the left. Oh, let's see if I go the right. If I can go the right here, the right way. A little bit more. Same hole. 20 yards still. Made some more adjustments. Right at the bottom of the bullseye. I think that's in the middle of the bullseye. I can't see it. So let's leave it like that. I'm going to move the gun. I'm going to move the target down range. I'm going to go to 50 yards. Okay, I just moved the target out to 50 yards. Should be shooting at the middle target. It's pretty windy. Wind's blowing from the right to the left. And the pellets that are in the magazine are seconds. And I do not have a proper rest. So normally I shoot really well, and there's sand pouring out of my sandbag. I think I got, I don't know how many more shots I got. I should just shoot these. Get these crappy pellets out of the way. Alright. I'm actually going to shoot up my pellets, my bad pellets, at a different target. That shot to the right. That's air. Okay. Let's reload this guy. High. All right, I'm gonna go. That was good. Touching the black. Shot number 2. That was in the black. There's no wind right now. Shot number 3 at 50 yards. Oh, the wind got that one. That was way to the right. Well, 1.25 inches to the right. I'm gonna take one more shot. The wind definitely, I can see the dust flying off to the left. I wish you guys could see this, but let's take one more shot. Same spot. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give the scope the bump test. See that? Oh, my chair, there it goes. The chair just ripped on me. Okay, I gave it the bump test. Right outside the black, to the right direction. The wind's blowing right now. A little bit lower. I wish that was in the black. All right, I'm gonna call it good. So, guys, I successfully straightened this scope tube. I'm really happy with it. I'll get the gun sighted in better when there's no wind and I've got good sandbags, but I'm really confident right now that I'm gonna go kill some squirrels today. So thanks for watching. I hope this video is helpful. Maybe you could fix your own bent scope, or maybe if you got a few bent scopes, you send them to me. I don't know, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Click like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good one. Hope you see you on the next video. All right, let's jump in the squirrel hunting rig. Scared all the squirrels away. Oh, there's one. Cracked him. I think I've shot about 20 squirrels on John's property this year. Most of them right from this wood pile. Hopefully it didn't go in its hole. Oh, look at that. There he is. Big old buck with a bent scope. How about that? Woohoo! Fixed. I guess this is my 4th of July ground squirrel. One for John's property. All right. Jason's got a bunch of babies on his property here, but it's hard to get a safe shot. Oh, there's one right there. I could shoot that one. Oh, look at that. Cracked him. There's two. See him flipping? There's one down. There's three.